We are two Brits living in America, and we're really intrigued by the concept of the American dream.
And by Disney princesses.
So, Disney being such an iconic American institution, we thought it would be fun to actually look at the personalities and traits of each of the princesses and try and identify which ones we believe capture the spirit of the American dream.
Of course, not all Disney princesses are American, and some of the Disney films are set in different countries around the world. Very often these stories are based on legends and fairy tales that go way back in time. That being said, we feel that the writers and creators and people working on these films have given each of their stories their own American twist. So, what is the American dream?
The American dream is the idea that anyone, regardless of their background, can achieve success through hard work, determination, and ambition.
It's rooted in the idea that opportunity is available to all, and that individual effort, rather than birthright or social class, determine one's future.
The concept has evolved over time, but key aspects include
economic opportunity, the idea that financial success is obtainable through hard work and perseverance.
Social mobility, the ability to rise above one's circumstances and improve one's life.
Freedom and equality, the belief that everyone has an equal chance to pursue happiness and success.
Self-determination, the ability to shape one's destiny without being limited by societal or systemic barriers.
Some people will argue that the American dream is just that, a dream, and it's not rooted in reality. However, that's an entirely different video.
Originally, the American dream was associated with financial security and home ownership. Today, it also includes personal fulfillment, education, and the freedom to pursue one's passions.
After all, the pursuit of happiness is a phrase in the American Declaration of Independence. The Disney Princess franchise includes 13 official princesses: Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, Moana, and Raya.
So, which princesses do you think we have chosen who we feel most capture the spirit of the American dream? Here's our top 4 Disney princesses.
Let's start with Tiana.
Disney decided to put a very unique spin on the story of The Frog Prince, a German fairy tale, by setting it in 1920s New Orleans instead of medieval Germany. The spoiled princess of the original story was transformed into a studious entrepreneur in the Disney version. She also became their first animated black heroine.
Unlike many other Disney princesses, Tiana doesn't inherit a kingdom or rely on magic to change her fate. Instead, she works tirelessly to achieve her dream of owning a restaurant, overcoming obstacles through determination and resilience.
Tiana discovers that dreams can grow and change. Despite many obstacles, she always finds the courage to keep on trying, ultimately creating a community around her even deeper than she could have originally imagined.
Her story highlights the idea that success is obtainable through dedication and belief in oneself, making her the perfect representation of the American dream. I think modern Disney princesses like Tiana and Moana portray a more nuanced and personal perspective on success.
Yes, I would agree with that. They are prioritizing their own personal fulfillment and goals over what is expected of them from society.
They're defining success for themselves,
exactly,
aren't they?
Yes.
While I think you could definitely argue that the character of Moana aligns with the ideals of the American dream, her story diverges in that she isn't seeking material success or financial wealth. Her story is perhaps a more modern interpretation where she's seeking self-discovery and a reconnection with heritage.
Would you agree? Or do you have another Disney princess in mind?
Well, let's have a look at Cinderella.
Despite being born into hardship and forced into servitude by her stepfamily, Cinderella remains hopeful, hardworking, and kind. Her journey reflects the idea that anyone, regardless of their background, can rise above adversity and achieve a better life.
While magic plays a role in her transformation, Cinderella's perseverance, grace, and belief in herself ultimately lead her to a new future.
Her story embodies the classic rags to riches narrative that aligns with the American dream, where determination, inner strength, and a bit of opportunity can lead to success.
And you're Prince Charming as well.
Yeah, I wonder if that is an aspect of the American dream. I know it doesn't say specifically, but it does say pursuit of happiness. So to get your Mr. or Miss Right is a dream, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose the pursuit of happiness allows you to make that definition for yourself. Many of these Disney princesses do pursue romance. If that feels true to them, perhaps that is an embodiment of the American dream.
Would you choose Cinderella, or is there another Disney princess?
Well, next we're going to take a look at Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Belle is an ambitious, self-educated woman who longs for more than the ordinary life she was born into. She refuses to settle for a conventional path, instead seeking adventure, knowledge, and personal growth.
Unlike many around her, she values intellect and character over wealth and status. She's compassionate, standing up for what she believes in and what she knows is right.
Her journey from being seen as an outsider in her small town to finding a place where she is truly appreciated reflects the American dream's ideal that anyone can break free from societal expectations and achieve a better, more fulfilling life through courage, independence, and determination.
I think some might argue that because Belle lives up to her namesake and she's very beautiful, she might have an unfair advantage when it comes to achieving what she wants.
However, in Belle's case, this actually works against her, and people don't take her seriously and expect her to live a certain role rather than the one that she wants to live, the life that she wants to live.
Absolutely. Stories like Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella are classic examples of the rags to riches narrative, which is a deeply rooted embodiment of the American dream. The idea that someone can come from nothing to achieve their own personal idea of success, be it romantically, financially, personally. It leaves it open to your own definition, doesn't it?
You're not restricted by your background and your class like you are in some societies.
So, are you now thinking Belle is the greatest embodiment of the American dream? Or is there another princess you have in mind?
Let's take a look at Mulan.
Mulan's journey is one of self-determination, resilience, and breaking societal barriers, key themes of the American dream. Despite living in a rigid society that dictates a woman's role, she takes control of her own destiny by disguising herself as a man and joining the army to protect her family.
Through sheer hard work, intelligence, and perseverance, she rises from being an untrained recruit to becoming one of China's greatest warriors.
Mulan highlights the power of being true to yourself, with Mulan only finding her inner strength when she embraces herself as a powerful woman.
Mulan's story reflects the idea that success is not determined by birth or background or sex, but by one's willingness to challenge expectations, work hard, and prove their worth, aligning closely with the ideals of the American dream.
I think it's a great story for highlighting equal opportunity, which is a story of the American dream, and shows that when you are given a chance, you can surpass your own expectations and the expectations of others.
Mulan and Pocahontas challenge the traditional conceptions of success. Her story is obviously tragic in the end, but it shows the courage of somebody from that time to actually take that journey. Maybe that's an aspect of the evolving American dream, that you're not just stuck somewhere, but you're free to go beyond America and have that dream. Do you think that you can take the American dream with you when you travel?
Definitely. I think the American dream, at the risk of sounding incredibly woo-woo, I think it's something that you can also hold within, as well as something that is without. So I think it can be found anywhere. While I think a lot of Americans would say that actually America is facilitating that by providing you with the opportunities, and a lot of these princesses are provided with an opportunity. I think it also depends upon the individual to take that opportunity. Some people might not.
Is the American dream achievable today?
I think Disney definitely promotes the idea that it is.
Absolutely, and that everything is wonderful. It is a dream. Is it really rooted in reality for everybody?
Yeah, because I think you know, especially stories like Pocahontas, which are based in reality, have been Disney-fied.
Exactly.
You know, and obviously made suitable for children as well. While Disney does explore in some cases some darker themes of the original fairy tales, legends, stories, it also usually ends up with a happy ending, everything coming good.
That is a very American thing, isn't it? People like a happy ending. So it is the thing, everybody lives happily ever after. At this point in time, we're going to give a huge shout out to a really lovely friend of ours, Byron Chandler. Now, Byron has his own YouTube channel. He does voice impersonations. He is a very supportive and kind person, and he is a huge Disney fan.
And we think we know which Disney princess Byron would choose. His favourite Disney princess is Cinderella.
So we are releasing this video in April in honour of Byron's birthday, and that is April 19th. Happy birthday, Byron!
Happy birthday, Byron! Woo!
So Byron loves Cinderella. Which princess is your favourite, Lucy?
I love Cinderella too, and I also love Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Growing up, I watched that film so many times, over and over again.
I think it's a difficult decision to choose one of those four that we highlighted, but I think taking everything into account, I would have to say it's Tiana.
Yeah, the story of dedication, hard work, self-belief, rising above expectations. It's classic American dream, isn't it?
It is. So, there you have it. Tiana is our choice.
But who is your choice? Please let us know which Disney princess you think best captures the American dream in the comments section below.
And we'd also like to hear whether you feel that the American dream is alive and well.
Please comment below.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Maybe subscribe to our channel so you can watch even more of the Brit Girls.